to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's Week 11. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And it's their fifth-year quarterback leading the charge.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They kick the running back in motion. To throw it on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop, I'm going to say at about the 37-yard line. The new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Running back sent in motion. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Pass it down close. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. At the 1-yard line. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down. They're throwing it. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm
Previous
it
play
was
is
indeed a
under review.
touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? It did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
He has the first over the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Return team.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Got for big yards on the right side. Free inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders need only one to take the lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders in the first. kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs and their running back about to get back to work. And he's been carrying a great campaign now into the heart of this season. He's in top 5 in rushing yardage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hits him on the out route. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for Raiders 1st. They motion the slot man right. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. The 24-yard line. From the 24. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying getting that one to Brock Bowers. So now they have 3rd and short. Here's the handoff. He spins right by him, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st down from the red zone. He's on the move. Now he takes it, and they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Bails out of the pocket quick. The ball is out! And out of bounds inside the 5. Ooh, the sideline saves him there. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this 2nd quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Pass play on 1st and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. One touchdown and one interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Brought in right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to the rookie out of Alabama. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Now pass play. Here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. They send him left out of the slot. Pass play on 1st and 10. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
It's a gain of 6.
They'll throw it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They are throwing it again. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Complete here to Bowers. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing it again here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Chiefs offense out to take over. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that. The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And he could have a free play here. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. And it's the Chiefs looking at 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Jumped off to his running back. And he's going to step out with no gain. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the air, Mahomes. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Raiders get to it!
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it. New set of downs for them from the 46. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And it's 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at a 4th down. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Here's 2nd and 2. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Lucky that it didn't end as an interception. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Throwing is Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. That throw behind his intended target.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. They've got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs make it a 1-score game before halftime. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Kate, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have 2 hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. And this defense, well, they took advantage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Raiders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Pass play now. Got a man. Bowers has it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Prior to first down, they decided to call a timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now from the gun. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments,
The Raiders
and it
kicking
would
team is
seem
out
this
there,
could
and
turn
they'll
out to
boot
be a
this
game
away.
where the last score wins.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this third quarter. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another. Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing again, Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Called in by Worthy. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Finds the in route complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Mahomes back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, a largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the edge of the end zone. It's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returning it from the 4. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And the fumble recovery is made. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Design bootleg here. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. They go play action. It's Mahomes. He sends this one to the end zone. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs tie this game up. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Raiders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Throwing now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 36-yard line.
They've got a man in motion. Takes the handoff, now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They kick the running back in motion. Still sticking with the passing game. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The give now out of the shotgun. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 5-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders take a lead just before the end of the third. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now it's Mahomes. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. Second down now, 7 to go. Simple dive up the middle. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. To the air, Mahomes. He's on the move. He's running for it. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motioning him from the slot right. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's got a man left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Throwing is Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They've got first down from the 31. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. They'll send him over right. From the gun on 3rd down. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
He's will pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. First down. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 4th-quarter lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play. They just exposed them.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Throwing from the gun here. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. 2 yards on the run. Still ground to make up, though, as they face 2nd and 13. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First down throw, Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Back to the air, Mahomes. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. And the Raiders have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
I know he started to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that's certainly a 2-possession lead this late. Ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.